All right, so who goes first?
Biggest sword wins.
Okay. I'll draw a card. I'll play a swamp. And, in keeping with D&D, I'll play a warlock class. It's an enchantment class. I can upgrade it, but for now, at the beginning of my end step, if a creature died this turn, each opponent loses 1 life.
Draw. I'll play a Transcendental Clock Tower, which is a legendary land, and I can tap it for blue and put a time counter in, which I'm doing. And then once I remove 12 time counters from it, I exile it, shuffle my graveyard and hand it to my library, draw 7 cards, and I can only activate it when I have a Time Lord.
Wait, so that's like Midnight Clock, but...
Yeah, it's like the best land in his deck and he's got it on turn 1.
All right, I'll draw. I'll try to make out my cards, play an island, and pass the turn.
I'll draw for turn. I was deflecting. My first land is also really good. It taps for all colors of mana of my commander, and when the creatures that I cast share a creature type with Archaon, which is warriors and humans, they get to scry 1.
I go?
Yeah.
I'll play another swamp. This is D&D, so I will play a Bag of Holding, which is an artifact. Whenever I discard a card, I exile that card from my graveyard, which is a bit of a numbo with my criminal past over here. But I can draw a card and discard a card for 2, and for 4, I sacrifice it and return all those cards to my hand. I also will play the most D&D thing ever, a Vorpal Sword, which is an equipment, which would be way better if I had a creature. It gives +2/+0 and has Death Touch, and that's all it does.
Okay.
It's your turn.
I'll draw. I play Plains. I would tap both of my lands, which adds a time counter, and I play one of the best equipments of all time.
I will play a mountain. Why am I tapping mana suspiciously? I'm not doing anything. Go.
Are your lands like mismatching Lord of the Rings lands?
They are.
I love it. I'll draw for turn. And I'll play a Crumbling Necropolis. It's the Tri-land.
I'll play a mountain. Haha, there is red after all. I'll tap 3 and play my first creature. It's a Bothersome Quasit. It's a demon. It's a 3/2 menace, and goaded creatures your opponent controls can't block. But whenever you cast a non-creature spell, goad target creature an opponent controls. I will pass to Tom.
I'll play Glacier Fortress, which enters the battlefield untapped because of the Plains. I will tap 3, add another timey-wimey counter, and for the 3 mana, I will play a Rotating Fireplace. It enters the battlefield with a time counter on it tapped, and then I can add mana to the amount of time counters, which is 1 right now, and for 4 mana I can time travel, which means I can add or subtract time counters on anything that I have.
That's good with your Chancellor.
I'm casting an Inherited Envelope. When it enters the battlefield, the ring tempts me. I don't have a creature to tempt, but I do have the ring here, so now I'm on level 1.
Are you speaking like Gandalf, or is this...
Or is that just Yaman speak when he has a beard?
It's really difficult.
I'm gonna untap and draw a card. And it's time to get riding on a motorbike. I'm gonna play a Plains with a beautiful piece of artwork showing a Lehman Russ battle tank on the fields of an agri-world. And then I'm gonna make a Talon Jackal. It's a 3-mana 2/2 human Tyrannid Scout. I get to scry 1 because it's a human, because it does share a creature type with Archaon, which I didn't realize, because it's a half Tyrannid, half human, just so you know. It has Trample, it has Haste, and it has Skilled Outrider. When it deals combat damage to a player, I may search my library for a basic land card and put it onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle.
We made him forget the scry.
I mean, we can't make him forget this guy.
I thought you just asked
Is it a May
for no
ability?
reason. No, he gets to scry, but I thought you just asked.
I see. This is how you win Pro Tours. Right, I'm gonna attack Thoralf with
You had that one coming.
Okay.
and I'll get a Forest off the Jackal and pass.
I'll untap, I'll draw. So I will play a Skullport Merchant. It'll cost 3. It's a 1/4, it blocks very well. And when it enters, I create a treasure token. And if I sacrifice another creature or treasure, I draw a card. I need to pay 2 to do that. So I don't want to attack Thoralf because he's already been attacked. And I'm a big fan of Doctor Who. And he just received a letter and he's sad about it. So Vince, I'm taking 3.
I'll play a Sunbaked Canyon, which makes red or white, but for a pain. But I can sacrifice to draw a card, and then all the 5 mana, plus a counter on my clock tower, to cast the 10th Doctor. He will use the Lightning Greaves. You know what? I don't like your tone. I will attack you for 3.
What does the Doctor do?
Right. Good question.
If you don't attack me, I won't kill the Doctor next turn. How's that for some politics?
It attacked the Jamin. Part of history. This is a non-changeable moment in time. You cannot go back and change it. He
Exactly.
attacked you.
I don't want to change it. I just want to know what the doctor does.
Attacking him was not.
Exactly.
How are they called? Like fracture?
They're called fixed points in time.
Fixed points, yeah. Whenever you attack, it's an attack. Okay, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. Put 3 time counters on it. If it doesn't have suspend, it gains suspend. And for 7 mana, I can time travel 3 times. Now, I could explain what time travel is, but I already did.
You did.
When I read it.
In the past.
Yeah, so. And that was my turn.
I will draw, I will play a mountain, and pass the turn.
A wizard arrives exactly when he chooses, am I right? I'm going to draw off my turn. I am going to show off the real power of my deck by casting a Chaos Terminator Lord for 4 mana. Now, the reason I say the real power of my deck is because we're showing universes fighting, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm the only person that bought the entirety of the Warhammer intellectual property. I've got Age of Sigmar, I've got 40k Tyranids, I've got a Chaos Terminator Lord. It is all of it together. And by their forces and power combined, I get a double striking 2/2.
So it's like you brought 3 games and we each brought 1.
Correct. Well, actually 4 games.
Yeah, but
Oh, you have Blood Bowl.
I have Blood Bowl in my deck. And because it's a Warrior Scry as well, look at the value there. Do I want this? No. I'll move to combat and trigger Lords of Chaos. At the beginning of combat on my turn, another target creature gets double strike, thanks to Chaos Terminator Lord. So I now have a double striking, trampling, hasting, a Talon Jack.
Oh, that
And if
gets
it
you a
hits
basic
someone,
land
you get
for
2 basic
every...
lands.
Aye, aye, aye.
And I'm going to attack the Doctor Who player with no blockers and no open mana.
rude.
So
This
you
is
take 2.
starting to be a war. A time war.
It won't be forever, but you have no way of blocking it, so I had to 2 damage, I get a land, and then 2 damage again, I get a land. And post-combat, I'll play a Rugged Highlands, which will trigger, and I'll gain a life. And then I'll pass the turn. I'm having a right, I'm exploring space and conquering worlds.
I'll untap. I'm going to play a mountain and use it to cast a component pouch. Guys, stop making fun of my bag, my pouch. Oh, I realize a theme.
You do sound like a D&D character, though, if you look at all the equipment you've got.
Yeah.
I just want to roll some dice. I'm going to tap it to roll a d20. I can do other stuff. I can't do it yet because I don't have a component counter. I will roll a d20 because that's all we like to do. We even got a nice one. Put a component counter on component pouch if you roll a 1 or a 9. If it's a 10 to 20, you put 2 component powders on the pouch. 11. And also because this entered the battlefield, I'm going to goad. You're attacking with this anyways, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not making any difference. I'm going to pass the turn to Toralf.
I will remove all of the time counters from, no, not all, 1 from all of my suspended cards, and I draw. I will move to combat, and my 10th Doctor is going to attack Gandalf.
Why me?
Because you're the one who can't block.
All right, I will.
You have an attack trigger.
Well,
This is on attack right now.
maybe I have a stifle. I
Do you?
don't.
Is there a stifle in Lord of the Rings sets?
I will reveal Wilfred Mott.
I'll take it.
Post combat. I will tap those. I will play Sibyllin Soothsayer. When Sibyllin Soothsayer enters the battlefield, reveal the cards from top of your library until you reveal a non-land card with mana value 3 or greater. That card is suspended with 3 time counters. For Fractured Identity,
That is a very good magic card. That's a cube card.
Can we stop Toffel from just having all the resources?
I guess if he's dead, he can't cast the suspend cards. Is that how that works?
for my land I play a Deserted Beach, which is untapped because I have 2 or more other lands, and I tap 2 mana to cast a Wibbly Wobbly Timely Wimely, which does time travel, draw a card. Now time travel is this funny thing where I move counters. It's really good. So, any objections, Gandalf?
All good from my end.
For each suspended card you own, and each permanent you control with a time counter on it, you may add or remove time counter. So we're gonna add a time counter here. We're gonna add a time counter here. We're gonna remove a time counter here, and do the same here, and then draw a card.
I want to clarify at the table. Next turn, Toralf can actually use 7 mana to time travel 3 times in a row, right? With the Doctor. So he's going to get to cast everything that's suspend now, and perhaps another spell as well that he gets off the Doctor.
How is he doing that with a third
This
Doctor?
is 7 mana, time travel 3 times.
Ah.
So that is a problem.
How are you aware of this? I tried this moment so many times. I'm not dangerous. I will tap 2 mana. You see? 2 mana only. And cast the Moment. The Moment is a legendary artifact. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a time counter on the Moment. Untap target creature you control for 2 mana. It phases out until the Moment leaves the battlefield. My friend, it's your time to shine.
It is my time to shine, because I'll cast Factor Fiction, targeting Carl, because I know Carl is very generous when it comes to things. Here you go, 5 cards.
Gandalf,
Yes,
this is my opportunity to make a friend.
yes, it is.
Do you want to be friends?
Absolutely.
We come from very similar worlds.
I think your pouch of resources looks very posh on you.
I thought so too. Thank
Yeah.
you. So you either get this island or yourself a dragon in 2 lands.
Oh, perfect. That seems awesome. I'll take that.
But isn't the dragon best off hitting you because you have the most artifacts?
But I made a friend.
He did make a friend.
You made an even bigger friend because you have artifacts.
I made a bigger friend because Yaman is so tall.
I will move into my turn.
I have a politicking question for you.
Yeah.
Can you kill this? Because I can then kill David Tennant. I mean, the 10th Doctor. I mean, the 14th Doctor.
I could get rid of the lightning greaves.
That doesn't help. I need the other creature to be dead specifically for this to work.
Okay.
People so hostile.
Would you be fine with me hitting you with the dragon for 6 once? Because that would generate a lot of treasure.
I thought we were friends.
That's why I'm asking you.
That's why I'm
How
asking.
close is our bond after you whopped me in the face with a dragon?
Pretty close.
Is this the last time?
It's like those blood
It
things
can
where-
be the last time. If you say no, I won't hit you.
I will accept it once.
All right, awesome. Oh, I guess, there is this fractured identity waiting.
Yeah, yes. That fractured identity is terrifying.
All right,
with
all
the
right.
dragon.
I'll work with you on politics. You remove the doctor, I remove the thing.
Yes.
All right, perfect. I'll play a Sulfur Fault. I will cast my awesome dragon, the Cavern Horde dragon.
Yay!
I will cast Ranger's Firebrand, which deals 2 damage to any target, which is this. And the ring tempts me. So now, my ring goes up to level 2.
A dragon with a ring is dangerous.
So you built your own spell. You've got a dragon who's got the ring and he's about to build his own hoard of treasure.
Yeah,
Build his own hoard of treasure.
yeah. And I will attack Carl for 6, which makes me loot. And I'll discard a Lonely Sandbar.
Aww.
And
Poor
then
lonely sandbar.
It's aptly named. I'll take 6.
Carl takes 6.
34.
And I create 4 treasure tokens.
The weirdest friendship I've ever seen.
It's an awesome friendship.
Yeah.
It's like, what's it called? Necropotence, just for treasure tokens, and Carl pays the life for me.
Now if you frame it that way.
But it's a friendship. You can hit me if it benefits you.
No, that's not what you do to friends.
Oh, it is.
He's asked you to hit him with a Volpor sword and activate it, I think. I think that was what's just been asked.
I'll pass the turn.
I'm going to untap and draw for turn. Okay, I'm going to cast Orc Commando. Orc Commando is, everyone else will know it as Merciless Executioner. It's a 3-mana ETB, each player sacrifices a creature.
I feel like I locked myself into this one, huh?
Because you made deal with the war
Honestly,
devil.
I'm fine with it.
The War Devil. He's the devil. I am a commissar. Can you not see by the hats?
He's a little inkling.
That's
I'm
that's
an inkling? No, I'm a tiefling. Well,
Aren't inklings from the Nintendo game with all the squids?
I believe there's inklings in Strixhaven. So
I-
Skullport Merchant
I would
dies.
sacrifice the 10th Doctor.
I'm gonna let the Orc Commando go into the bin.
What's stronger, a Space Marine or a Dalek?
A Space Marine.
Really? A
Yeah.
Dalek? Exterminate! Zzz.
Pretty sure the amount of Daleks is better.
Well, Space Marines come in hordes.
Pre or post Horus Heresy?
Post.
Okay, maybe. Actually, no. Pre or post Time War. Because post Time War, there's like 4 Daleks.
No, they came back.
Yeah, they came back.
That was the
first.
whole point.
Yeah, but they're not around. They're stuck in time.
Yeah,
There's a Dalek Genesis ship in time. There's a little pod with the Cult of Skaro in it. Don't test me on this. I've watched a lot of Doctor Who lately. I'm going to cast this Skull Clamp. I'm going to equip it to my Archaon Jackal. For those that don't know, Skull Clamp gives this creature +1/-1, and when it dies, I'm going to draw 2 cards.
Which is quite good.
Yes, Skull Clamp was a mistake, but it's a mistake that I enjoy playing with. I'm now going to go to combat and trigger my Chaos Terminator Lord to give the Italian Jackal double strike. As I want to not just completely rain on your parade, I'm going to attack Gandalf instead.
What?
I thought there was a war between the Time Lords and the war...
Yeah, but it feels
Hammer.
bad if I just beat him up with a man on a bike. This doesn't feel like a time war.
I'm incredibly disappointed.
Oh, when this like that,
Oh wait, did
that
you want to
wizard
do,
voice.
Yeah.
wait, did you want to do some Gandalf politics?
If a man with a beard tells you they're disappointed,
Yeah.
Do you want to do some Gandalf politics
I'm
before I
sorry.
declare this?
I mean, I can't promise it'll survive the attack.
So I get to draw 2 cards?
roll for charisma.
16, that seems good, right?
Okay, I'll attack Tarov.
No, can I roll for charisma?
You actually at disadvantage, you have to roll 2d20 because you have no open mana.
That's...
It's a very
Yes.
difficult way to lie.
You roll 2d20, you take the worst.
I have future threats.
2d20, please. 18,
You're at a disadvantage?
right, and then roll the second one.
Yes!
Sorry, it's going at you, Tarov.
Yes, I will take 3 and 3.
Yes, so you take 6 damage total, and I put 2 basic lands into play, tapped. I'll cast Galmaraz. the Great Shatterer. This is the, in theory, titular Warhammer of Warhammer.
This is the Warhammer.
This is Sigmar's Warhammer, so it's about as close to it as we're gonna get. It's a Loxodon Warhammer.
At the end of your turn, I'll use my bag of holding. I'm gonna go back to Warlock class and go to level 2, which is just a one-time thing. It's like a extracurricular. I'm gonna look at the top 3 cards in my library, put one of them into my hand and the rest into my graveyard. It's your turn.
What?
Just we're friends, right?
Anyway, in my upkeep, I will put a counter on the moment. So right now the moment has 3. And then my suspended stuff to them. So first, Coward or Killer. Target creature can't block this turn and becomes a coward. I will target the Chaos.
You're turning my Chaos Terminator Lord into
It becomes
a
now a
coward.
Coward Terminator.
Wow.
Sure.
Alright, so it can't block this turn and becomes a coward on the end of turn. And a time travel. I will put a counter on my clock tower. I will put a counter on my rotating fireplace. I will recounter on the moment. I will remove 1 counter from my suspender. Then they come. We will remove the counter. So we cast 2 spells. First is Wilfrid Mod. Look at the stars. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a time counter on Wilfrid Mod. Then look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of time counters on Wilfrid Mod. You may put an online card with mana cost 3 or less from among them onto the battlefield. And a fractured entity. Now guys, I have no idea what to do with it. What do we want to fracture in time?
You want to copy something?
How about the Jackal and
I
we
was-
all beat Vince with his own Jackal?
Gandalf been chilling this whole time, pulling on the pipe, and now suddenly all he knows is war as well.
I think we should all get an envelope, because then we can all have ring bearers. I think
Ah, yes, the envelope. That's
Where's the
it's hiding in the manor.
I have a proposition
Okay.
for anyone but you. I would like to target the Warpith Sword, but if I do, none of the creatures equipped with the sword can attack.
I agree.
if you end up targeting the Vorpal Sword, which would not be my favorite line of action, I will promise not to attack you with it.
Alright, let's do this. Poink! I'll play Stormcraft Coast, and for the Slime mana of 7, I will play the 10th Doctor and equip it to my Lightning Bolt.
I told you you're going to pay 7 mana to do something with David Tennant. I told you.
And then I will attack. You've called me a coward. I wanted to show you I'm not a coward.
That's what cowards do. Are you gonna attack me?
Absolutely.
Are you gonna avenge me, friend?
Oh, he's
Why
been a
are you
good friend.
two
Depends.
friends?
It depends on how well I
So
draw.
far, the friend meter, all you've done is hit me with a dragon in the face.
I can see what I can do.
Okay, I would trigger the trigger. Oh, that's very sad. Well, it's a clock spinning.
Do you know what? Even though I've smashed you over the face because there's only so much room in space, which also rhymes, I like this. I feel like we're friends.
Yeah.
Because this is kind of the energy that I like.
I just show him that he's not his friend by showing him what
He'll come back for me, you'll
His
see.
true colours.
May I untap?
Absolutely.
I'll untap,
How
and
much
I
mana
will
do you
draw.
have?
In total, I right now have 10 mana, but make that 11 because I'm playing a mountain. I will cast Storm of Saruman, which is a 6 mana enchantment with Ward 3. Whenever I cast my second spell each turn, copy it, except the copy isn't legendary. You may choose new targets for the copy. And I will follow that up with kind of an avengement of sorts.
A 1 mana avengement?
No,
Is it actual sword?
I was expecting
sword
something
stuff?
kind of bigger for our big moment.
for a total of 4 mana, I will cast Mists of Lorien, which is a 3 mana sorcery with Replicate 1. Return target non-land permanent and each other non-land permanent with the same mana value as that permanent to their owner's hands. Given that I've spent 4 mana, I can bounce 2 things. However, I also copy it with Storm of Saruman, so I can bounce a total of 3 things and all other things with similar converted mana
I like
value.
this Gandalf.
Wow.
Similar.
This is some real wizard stuff.
I'll target this. No, actually, I will target the Lightning Greaves, the Rotating Fireplace, and the Chaos Lord.
It is what it is.
Yes. I find this sad.
I am happy with this situation.
I agree, you do have to bounce your 3 mana things. So.
Oh, everything with 3?
Yeah. But I feel like I've tremendously reduced the pressure.
You have, but now you've got a 6 mana super enchantment in play with Ward 3.
Uh,
What does it have Ward 3?
What do you mean super enchantment? Like, I don't know. Go ahead.
I'm going to untap and draw a card. My turn's going to be kind of boring. I'm doing stuff, but it's stuff we've already seen. So for 3 mana, it's a Talon Jackal. And for 4 mana, it's Chaos Terminator Lord. And I'm using Path of Ancestry to get a Scry 1 off the Chaos Terminator Lord. And it's going to the bottom, but it's going to be shuffled in a moment because of the Jackal anyway. And then 3 mana for a new spell we haven't seen yet. It's Commander Sphere. Commander Sphere will give me 1 more mana, which I can tap to put Skull Clamp on the Jackal. Then we're going to go to combat and trigger Chaos Terminator Lord, giving the Jackal double strike. I wish I was doing something else.
Feel like I've been here before.
Okay,
It's you.
it's the time travel. I liked the cut of your Fez earlier with the way you did the thing, so I'm not attacking you.
I just bought you more time to ramp more resources. Did I
Gandalf-
bounce your basic lands? No.
No, but you did piss me off. So here's...
What? How did I piss you off?
Here's 6 damage.
Gandalf, can I further cement our friendship?
Yes, please.
Don't do this to me.
I also want a motorbike. I will hurl it through hell. No one returns unchanged. You won't even draw because I exile target creature, and until the end of your next turn, I may cast that card. I may spend mana as though it were any mana to cast it. Vroom vroom! Or, oh, that's how wizards
This
do
is
it.
how wizards do
I
friendship.
see, it's kind of awkward.
It's like
but
a
I'll
commander.
appreciate the commander.
Don't you know the meme? Friendship ended with
An awkward handshake?
Motorbike?
with Warhammer.
So my Jackal is exiled.
Yes. I will untap. I will draw. I will play a Atalan Jackal. For those of you who've never heard of Atalan Jackal, it has trample and haste and is a 2/2. And when it connects, I have Skilled Outrider. Whenever Atalan Jackal deals combat damage to a player, I may search my library for a non-basic land, for a basic land card, and put it
Comes
onto
in
the
the band on my
battlefield.
turn.
Why are you putting him to his?
Oh, I'm attacking him.
Oh.
So
I
you
will go
take 2.
to 24.
I'll pass the turn to you, Todd.
At the end of the turn, I will make a blue mana. For 2 mana, I will cast Lightning Greaves. And I will equip the 10th Doctor again, because he likes his shoes. And then we're gonna attack. I don't like Gandalf, so I'm gonna attack him again.
I can't save you now.
I'm like the only one that's taking damage off this doctor.
You've bounced 6 of my permanents.
Yes, so why be mad?
Action and consequence. Even wizards know about that topic. Alright, then I will play again a rotating fireplace.
I will untap and I will draw. I will cast a Birthday Escape because
Happy birthday.
Bye-bye.
No, it's an
I'm heading
escape.
out. Yeah, I'm leaving.
That's why he left.
I draw a card and the ring tempts me.
There's no escape here.
I will draw. I don't choose a new ring bearer. As for my second spell this turn, I will cast Gandalf the Grey.
Oh, it's you.
It's me, and because it's my second spell, I get a non-legendary copy of it. How does that sound?
Oh, it's for permanence as well?
It's better than Rooftop Skull.
Yep. So here's my second Gandalf. With that said, I'll play a tapped land and pass the turn.
I'm going to untap and draw a card. We'll play land for turn, and then I've got 2 lines of play. One is incredibly cruel, and one is kind of cool.
Is that
You
right?
haven't done anything cool so far in that outfit, so...
This is the coolest hat I've ever worn, thank you very much. For that, make a death saving throw.
A death?
Is that
You
right?
haven't done any...
A death saving throw.
Vince, I'm at 31.
Yes. So can you please roll a dice and see if you die or not? I'm losing track of
I'll
the
roll a
D&D.
die. Very funny. 6 is not very good, right?
I think that's a fail. Okay, I'm going to go for
I
it.
failed a death saving throw. We're in your main phase.
So the Vorpal sword that you play and should know the rules of is going to be equipped to the Chaos Terminator Lord.
I thought that was a vague purple star.
It looks that way. It's got a Dalek in it for some reason. I'm going to activate for 2 black, 3 black, and is it 5?
Yeah. Where's your friend now?
And you know what? I'll equip a Skull Clamp for extra BN. And I'll attack you for 4.
No.
Plus
no.
you lose the game.
I'm not a threat. I have a bike. We both are part Tyrannid.
I want to correct, you have his back.
You do have my motorbike, but I can't go back to England without my motorbike. Also, on the upside, it doesn't have double strikes. You don't lose twice, technically.
That's not how it works. Would you like to give Vorpal Sword a read?
You die? What?
Yeah, okay, good enough.
Carl, oh, hang on. No, it says Carl is dead. Weird.
Oh, it's so interesting how they just wrote that
Yeah.
on a magic card.
Modern card design, eh?
I'm going to pass the turn.
Untap. Unfortunately, he has Gandalf's, so I will have to attack you. I will trigger my 10th Doctor.
I thought you were friends.
Judon Enforces. No more than 1 creature can attack you each combat. Trample. Ooh, that gets 3 combos. Then I will use 7 mana and do the time travel trick. So I will time travel 3 times. This one goes to 10. And then I need more dice. It goes to 13. So now I can crack it to draw. This one goes to 4. Yummy.
You've made some powerful enemies.
And this
Yes.
one resolves, this one resolves, and this one resolves. I will start by clock spinning my rotating fireplace.
Sure.
You hear that all the time.
Well, it's a rotating fireplace.
It's the most commonly used method of clock spinning, in England at least.
Oh, I wasn't aware of local customs.
Grasp of Fate resolves.
Yes.
Grasp of Fate enters the battlefield. For each non-opponent exile target, non-land permanent, I will exile this Skull Clamp and this Storm of Saruman.
It's got word 3.
Would you like to pay 3?
I would like to pay the 3.
I think I have to respond here by sacking my treasure token to cast an opt. This triggers both Gandalf. They will untap 2 permanents. They will untap 2 of my lands. And then I'll resolve opt. I will scry 1. I will put it to the bottom. And then I will draw a card. And then before my dear Storm of Saruman leaves me, I will cast into the Fire. I'll copy this spell and I will exile both the Lightning Greaves and the Rotating Fireplace.
Could you get at least a Vorpal Sword for our memory?
No, sorry. And both of my Gandalfs.
What did he ever do for you? Like,
What? Both of my Gandalfs will deal 3 damage to each opponent. So that's 6 damage in total. And then this Grasp of Fate gets handed to the...
and the Skull Clamp. I still have 2 mana. And with that 2 mana, I will cast... Moment.
It's my turn. I'll untap. I will take my draw. And I came here to do funny things. So let's do some funny things. I will cast Sorceress Squall by exiling 6 cards from my graveyard. Now, Sorceress Squall is a very powerful sorcery. Target opponent mills 9 cards, then you may cast an instant or sorcery from that player's graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that spell would be put into a graveyard, exile it instead. Toffel, how about you mill a total of 27 cards? Because both of my Gandalfs will copy that spell.
Okay.
So let's resolve them one at a time.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Instants of sorceries.
Yeah,
I
that
have
seems
a
terrible.
I have a Fractured Identity
Oh, okay, this Fractured Identity seems awesome.
That's probably...
and a Tobbly Wobbly Vinely by Lily.
Fractured Identity, you know what? I feel like I could use with a doctor.
Oh, do I get a doctor?
We all get a doctor!
Wow. Except for the Doctor Who player.
That is just rude. Okay.
I think it's Poetic Justice.
Alright,
Number 2. Those are still your instants you can choose from.
okay.
They go to the graveyard.
9 more, please.
Oh.
Farewell! Oh, it doesn't feel good for you.
So we have a Farewell and Gallifrey Falls No More.
I feel like I can use life without artifacts or enchantments, so I'll cast Farewell. However, that also means that both of my Gandalfs will also say Farewell as they had all their modes used up.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Any responses?
No.
Yes, I'm going to crack my commands. Yes, I'm going to crack my commands.
And then we have copy
Yes.
number 3.
There's 3 of them?
Oh, this says Times Travel Storm. Interesting. And 1 more.
I can deal 3 damage to this, right?
Yep.
Yeah, alright, I'll do that.
Okay. That was not fun.
I felt that was a great time. And especially because I've got my Storm of Saruman back.
Turns
So,
out having 2 Gandalfs is strong.
Inherited Envelope, you know, it's back for more. This now becomes my ring bearer.
Oh my god.
So the 10th Doctor is now
With the ring.
That's quite confusing.
terrifying.
Unstoppable.
And then that's my turn.
Okay. I'm going to untap and draw for turn. I'm going to play a Temple of Mystery and Scry 1. I'm going to pay 3 mana and cast a Loxodon Warhammer that we all know about, Galmaraz. And then I'm going to equip Galmaraz to Dr. David Tennant.
This is also wrong. All of this is just...
So over here we have Doctor Who with the 1 ring, and over here we have Doctor Who with the titular Warhammer. I'm going to go to combat.
And I'm the only one who doesn't have a Doctor.
What does your Rhino do?
No more than 1 creature can attack you each combat. And
It's
it's an
an
8/8 trample.
We're still in beginning of combat, and unless you promise me that this won't attack me, it's gone.
Wow, Gandalf is fierce.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gandalf,
for
once,
all that.
once he wakes up, once he pulls his beard down, that is...
There would only be like an iconic scene in the movie that let him not pass.
Yeah, okay. Well, the first part of this whole game, you were Gandalf the Grey.
Yeah.
Slow, useless. And the second half is like Gandalf the White, where he's like riding down the hill and punching bitches. I'm going to attack you.
Wait, you let him pass?
Yes. David Tennant to attack you for 6 life-linking damage. First, we resolve the trigger to suspend a Zephyrin, which is nice. Can I have a dice? Okay, I have 5 mana up. Are you blocking my 6/6 life-linking trampling David Tennant?
Isn't it 6/5?
6/5, 6/6. It's all wibbly wobbly at the end of the day.
I would like to block.
Sure. Let's go damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so David Tennant dies.
So you go
Wait.
30.
You're going to damage? I'll bounce that thing.
Whoa!
Better.
It's the Soothing of Smeargol. Return target non-token creature to its owner's hand. The ring tempts you. There's no more ring tempting, but there's more damage to be had.
Gandalf, can I offer you an item? +5 to charisma.
Thank you.
It's very cool.
I would have thought it'd be disadvantaged for charisma checks with him later on because you just stabbed him right in the back.
Yeah, but can you resist these sunglasses?
I'm not even mad about it.
See?
I'm then going to cast this. It's Celestine die Lebende Helige. And I said it like it's Italian, but I think it's German. It's a life-linking flyer, 3/4, human warrior, Scry 1. And it says at the beginning of my end step, I may resurrect a creature from my graveyard with CMC equal to the amount of life I've gained this turn.
Ooh. You've gained 6.
I have gained 6. And then I'm going to go to end step. I'm going to end step and trigger Celestine and resurrect my Orc Commando.
Oh no! I saved your doctor!
In the words of David Tennant, I guess I'll put my edicts back in the bin where it can be resurrected from again, I guess. That seems strong.
This game is so full of anger and backstabbing. It's okay.
This is what Universes Beyond does. It just drives Magic players to argue and bicker.
For 4 mana, I will cast the Face of Bow. You may cast spells with suspend from your hand. If you do, pay its suspend card rather than mana cost. Activate only as a sorcery.
You do need to tap it.
Yeah, it is summoning stick. I will take 1. I will go to 11. And then I will tap other 2 for 3 to play Amy Pond. Now, Amy Pond partners with Rory Williams.
That is not true. Robbie Williams has never been in Doctor Who.
Robin Williams will go to my hand. When Emily Pond deals common damage to a player, choose a suspended card you own and remove that many time counters from it. I will play a Mirrored Landscape and test it.
I will untap. I will take my surprise draw. Oh, wow! What a good card!
It's like looking in a mirror.
Shit, he's going to have 2 Gandalfs again.
He said the thing that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
It's
cast
like
the
time
vial. We've been here before. I'll cast a vial of Galadriel. If I would draw a card while I have no cards in hand, draw 2 cards instead, who cares? If I would gain life while I have 5 or less life, gain twice that much life instead, who cares? It adds 1 mana of any color. I'll do that right now and cast a Gandalf. And surprise! It's not just one Gandalf, it's a second Gandalf. Coming right up.
4 variants of Gandalf on this timeline. That's crazy.
Yeah, pass the turn.
1 mana up. Untap, upkeep, suspend trigger. I'm doing what you do.
Yoo-hoo.
Draw my card for the turn. I'm going to cast Archaon the Ever-Chosen. That's right. It's that card that no one knows that says whenever a warrior I control attacks, I create a 1/1 white soldier token, tapped and attacking. And then it has a 5 mana activate ability to untap all attacking creatures. They gain trample, lifelink, and haste to end a turn. After this phase, there's an additional combat phase. Activate only during combat.
That seems pretty good.
It's quite a strong card. I've heard it sees play. I would like to go to combat, Gandalf.
All right, bring it on.
I'm going to declare some attacks.
Sure.
I'm going to attack you with Celestine the Living Saint and a copy of David Tennant carrying a Warhammer. It's a 3/4 flyer in the air, triggering my attacking with a warrior. So I'll put a warrior into play, tapped and attacking you, Gandalf. And David Tennant is a 6/5 with lifelink. We trigger David Tennant, and I get a Biophagus into suspend.
Both of these Gandalfs will block that copy.
Okay, how big is Gandalf's bum?
3/4.
Oof. I will kill the copy.
It's gone.
Cool. So I will gain 6.
I never thought I'd hear someone ask, I will look, how big is Gandalf's bum?
So I'll gain 9 because of Celestine and David Tennant both
You go to
having lifelink.
47.
And my warrior will do 1 to you, and Living Saint will do 3 to you.
So I take a total of 4.
And then I will pay 3 mana for an aggravated assault, which is a 3 mana enchantment that says for 5 mana, untap all creatures I control. After this main phase, there's an additional combat phase, followed by additional main phase. Activate only as a sorcery.
I feel like this wasn't the final time I was attacked this turn.
That is correct. I'm going to try and pay 5 mana to give myself a second combat this phase. You've heard of first combat, but how about second combat?
That's my line. That's my line.
I've played aggravated assault, I've activated it. So I'm going to untap my creatures, go to a second combat, which will have a second main phase after it.
Sure.
I'm going to attempt to attack you With
All
Celestine
right.
and a warrior. Trigon, Nagila, or Archaon again.
Yep.
2 more warriors.
Oh, because the warriors triggers the warriors.
Very good.
They do.
So you take 6, go to 21.
No. Oh no, actually this has
damage on it.
This has damage
This
on it.
currently has 2 damage marked on it.
Oh, only 2. Yeah, right. Of course. No, 6,
you
4,
block a
2.
warrior.
Yeah, I'll block a warrior.
So you take 5 and go to 22. And
I do.
Vince gains 3 again and goes to 50.
Wow. War. It's good business, I heard.
With my last mana, I'm going to Skull Clamp one of my warriors to draw 2 cards. End of turn. Celestine trigger. Bring back the Orc Commando. Trigger. Everyone sacrifices a creature.
I'll take it.
Bye bye,
Amy.
Gandalf.
And now the Orc Commando gets to sit in play for a while.
Oh.
Isn't that fun?
I will untap. I will tap the Face of Bow to cast my Junon Enforcers, which now only costs 3 because they have suspend for 3. I will cast Wilfrid Mutt.
I feel like we've done this before.
I will play a Port Town tapped.
You're supposed to say time travel.
That's new.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it is new.
And you go.
I will untap. I will cast a Fall of Care Andros, and I'll follow that up with a Gandalf. And did I say 1 Gandalf? I meant 2 Gandalfs.
We are up to 6 Gandalfs in counting.
What does Fall of Care Andros do?
Now, Fall of Care Andros is an enchantment that says whenever a creature an opponent controls is dealt excess non-combat damage, amass Orcs X, where X is the excess damage. Also, for 8 mana, I can make it deal 7 damage to target creature.
I'm going to untap and draw a card for turn after taking down all of my suspend spells. Anyway, here's an island, and with that island, I'm going to make a Soul Ring.
Yes.
That's a powerful
Because he
magic
really
card.
needed mana.
Wow, it came me closer to having 4 combat steps a turn, which is pretty good. I'm going to attempt to cast Ultramarine Honor Guard, which is a 4 mana Astartes Warrior with Squad 2. So if I pay 2 mana, I get to copy this spell and create a token of it. And the card also has the text, other creatures you control get +1/+1. So I'm going to pay 4 mana for the initial copy, and then I'm going to go ahead and pay 2 mana for 1 more, and I guess 2 mana for 1 more.
Oh, wait, it's
You
Kicker
can-
2?
You can copy that as many times as you
It's
want.
multi-kicker, but multi-kicker that specifically only gives you token copies of the thing that it's on. It's wonderfully flavorful. It's a whole squad of Honor Guard.
It's great, but why aren't you doing it for like 25?
Because I want a second combat step this turn. So my creature has +3/+3. I'm going to go to combat and declare some attacks. Okay, I'm going to put Celestine into Thorolf because I can only attack with 1 creature. I'll put the Orc Commando and Archaon the Everchosen into Gandalf. I'm going to trigger Archaon the Everchosen for each warrior that is attacking, which is 3 of them. Make 3 1/1 warriors, also tapped and attacking, Gandalf.
Okay, I won't block because I cannot block crying creatures.
If you kill Archaon, I get less warriors next combat.
Yeah, that seems good to me.
Yeah, that makes sense. I kind of regret putting it into combat. The moment I put the warriors down, I was like, oh,
All right, friends, I will take 6 damage and go to 5.
go to 5. I haven't even been keeping tracking. I've been warring so hard. I don't even know if it was life.
Told you I'm dead. And Gandalf takes 12 plus 6. He has 3 always, right?
3 warriors that are 4/4s. 12.
12 plus
Plus
6.
6 is 18.
So Jamin goes to 4.
Oh no.
4, 5, and do you get any life?
I gain 3 plus 3 is 6 life.
You go to
56.
56, yeah.
That +3/+3 anthem for like 6 mana really spiraled out of control.
It's pretty strong, I've heard. They're also all warriors. It's great. Nagila will die, and obviously I'll mark the damage in a way that kills the copy. And then in second main phase, I'm going to pay 5 mana to go again with Aggravated Assault, which will untap all my creatures, give them another combat step after this one. I'm going to put Celestine into Thorolf, and I'll put the other warriors into Gandalf.
I think it's the final moments for Party Gandalf, so
Chunk.
I feel like when we wanted to have a 4-army war, we shouldn't have invited the people called Warhammer.
Yeah.
They're pretty good at it. They're pretty, They're pretty good at it, I've heard.
I'm going to use the first take.
well done.
Yes, I win with Warhammer, proving it's the best IP.
I don't think that proves that.
Oh,
No, it is now proven.
Commissar Kenobi,
that's me.
how could you betray me like
I
that?
don't think I betrayed you. I think I came quite. A, I didn't make a deal with you, I don't think. And B, I came to bring all the war, and I brought as much war as possible. Sometimes double and attempting triple war in one turn.
Yeah, the best war, the greatest war.
Yeah, the best phase of Magic is the war phase, of course.
I don't think Gandalf can deliver that. But what Gandalf can deliver is more content of this Commissar Kenobi.
Me, yeah, I've got content up the wazoo. If you want Magic content, I'm Pleasant Kenobi on YouTube. If you want Warhammer content, it's PK's War Room, which hopefully will be linked in the description. For Warhammer content, we'll talk about the game, the lore, and everything around it too. So Magic and Warhammer I'm like a one-stop shop, except there's 2 shops to go to, each one very specialised. What about you guys? You got a Lord of the Rings channel on the site?
No, we actually don't.
But what about this one though? Sub to this one.
Yeah, you can sub to this one, and if you're not subbed by the end of this video, then I don't know, Gandalf will cast a spell on you. Yes, he will. So thank you so much for doing that, because it does help out the channel a ton. Also, if you want to leave any feedback, please do so in the comments below. It's the easiest way to communicate what you're thinking to us, and we do go through and read them. But in the meantime, we'll catch you in the next video. You shall pass. So ta for now.